Local Durian and Fruits Festival provides small and medium enterprises the opportunity to market their fruits and gain extra income. The Minister of Industry and Primary Resources said the produce can be processed and value added for the market. Pehin Dato' Haji Yahya made the remarks at the launch of the festival at Bin Tudo Green Spring Resort in Kampung Lamunin, Tutong. The 3-day festival promoted various local fruits and introduced Kampung Lamunin as a tourist destination rich in agricultural produce. A number of attractive activities were arranged for the visitors, including a talk on healthy food and cycling. With the support of the Ministry of Industry and Primary Resources, the festival was jointly organized with Bin Tudo Green Spring Resort and several private companies. For foreign tourists, the festival gave them an opportunity to enjoy the local fruits apart from the green scenery and friendly encounters with other visitors. Train carriages that once ran along the tracks in Japan are getting a new lease of life in Myanmar. 23 diesel-powered carriages arrived at a port in the country's largest city, Yangon, recently. The carriages will be adjusted to fit the gauge used in Myanmar. They'll then run on a circular line in Yangon. The number of passengers using the line is increasing, and renovating its aging trains and tracks has become an issue. Myanmar is working to modernize operations with the help from Japan. About 200 used carriages from Japan are currently in service in Myanmar. The 23 carriages represent the second largest shipment to date. Myanmar's electricity infrastructure is struggling, so authorities are keen to use diesel-powered trains. An official with Myanmar's state-run railway operator says that with proper maintenance, the new carriages can be used for 10 years or more. The official also said they make for comfortable and safe rides, so passengers like them. Farmer Nguyen Van Ki from Tivan Commune is among the first in Tua Tien Hue Central Province to cultivate Ngok Trai rice with the scientific name of Hue No. 1. His 1,800 square meter bio-organic rice field yielded 1 ton of rice, its most recent harvest. While other farmers sell 1 kilogram of ordinary rice for about 30 cents, he said he can sell 1 kilogram of this high-end rice for 90 cents, triple the price, that's for sure. This is one of the new rice seeds in Tua Tien Hue province with the potential for adapting to the harsh weather conditions of Vietnam's central region. The rice plants here were harvested more than a year ago, but the rice seed is still chubby and durable. This is Hue University of Agriculture and Forestry. This is where the bio-organic Japonica rice seed was researched and domesticated for the last 7 years. The late Dr. Lee Din Huang owned intellectual property rights for developing the seed. Dr. Lee Din Huang from Hue University of Agriculture and Forestry said they have selected and developed this rice seed with the special traits of being heat and cold resistant. Therefore, it is adaptable to both the winter and spring and summer autumn crops. Farmers can plant 3 crops a year with this short duration variety. This strain of rice is being widely promoted throughout the central region of Biofarming Viet, a Hue-based company co-founded by overseas Vietnamese from Switzerland. Local farmers have been provided with rice seed and organic fertilizer. The company ensures an outlet for the rice. Truong Dinh Ngo, Vietnamese-Swiss General Manager, Biofarming Viet, said they aimed to provide good and stable jobs for local farmers so they can stay with their fields. At the same time, they want to promote the habit of cultivating and consuming organic food in Vietnam. A strategy to promote and distribute this bio-organic rice under Hue's geological indication is being built. Vietnamese-Swiss Marketing Director Biofarming Viet, Betty Pallard, thinks that in Vietnam they should create more certifications promoting the ground and the land. She said if they plant the rice in Hue, this is a product of Hue. Hue No. 1 bio-organic rice was recognized by the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development for cultivation in Vietnam in 2012. Hue's rice product has reached the markets of the northern and central regions. Tech startups and larger companies can look forward to several new initiatives aimed at building a highly networked ecosystem of innovation in Singapore. Among them, a $40 million co-investment fund encouraging larger companies to invest in clusters of smaller tech startups. They were announced at this year's Tech Venture Conference by the Minister in charge of Singapore's Smart Nation Initiative, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan. The smart infusion system works like a personalized epidural, able to deliver doses of painkillers based on the patient's needs without a doctor present. And these tiny robots help students learn basic engineering and programming concepts by allowing them to quickly see the results of their work. Such efforts from startups stand to benefit from new initiatives the government has come up with to strengthen links between firms, researchers, institutions and the public sector.
By catalyzing the development and the growth of more startups, of more innovative companies, by building a tightly networked ecosystem, we can help all of you to derive more value, to exploit new technologies, to build new networks, and in your success, you will also help Singapore to transit to an innovation economy.
The initiatives include a $40 million co-investment fund aimed at developing growth clusters between startups and large local companies. The big firms can tap new technologies through the startups they invest in. These startups can in turn access the large companies' networks and expertise. Such collaborations could result in groups such as the newly announced Lux Photonics Consortium, which develops technologies using the properties of light. The consortium is formed by the Nanyang Technological University, the National University of Singapore, and 7 other companies and institutes.
The interesting thing we'd like to see is whether these large corporates of ours will they move to the next stage of actually go into corporate venturing in a very, very positive manner.
What Singapore is doing in the Photonics Consortium is to be able to bring these new technologies into the industry. The consortium will develop technologies and any member can actually license that technology. So it's a very different mode of operation.
What we are doing in the Photonics Consortium is to be able to bring these new technologies into the industry. The consortium will develop technologies and any of the member can actually license the technology. So it's a very different mode of operation.
Also announced was a joint test bedding initiative between Singapore and the United Kingdom. It will enable small and medium-sized enterprises from both nations to collaborate on new technologies for sustainable development. In efforts to contain damage to property caused by elephants, various measures are being undertaken by the Malaysian Natural Resources and Environment Ministry. The ministry is to request for a 19 million ringgit allocations under the 11th Malaysia Plan for the community-based Human-Elephant Conflict Mitigation and Elephant Electric Fencing System community programs. Minister Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar said the budget will also be used for the National Elephant Conservation Action Plan. SPECCOM involves 10 locations in Johor, Kedah, Pahang, Kelantan and Terengganu states, and the portable electric fencing system would be supplied to the villages and monitored by them. The maintenance works on SPECCOM will be carried out by the community and will be documented to ensure the accountability of parties involved. Meanwhile, the NECAP plan includes mainstreaming elephant conservation programs, studying elephant population, monitoring illegal killing of elephants, and establishing early warning system. Wan Junaidi recently graced the World Elephant Day celebration at the Kuala Ganda Elephant Conservation Centre in Pahang. The truly unique centre provides guests a rare and fantastic opportunity to learn about these displaced gentle giants. The elephants here have been rescued from all over Peninsular Malaysia, providing them a safe sanctuary in the wild. It is estimated that there are fewer than 1,700 wild elephants left in Peninsular Malaysia, while more than 2,000 could be found in the Borneo state of Sabah. To reduce elephant-human conflicts in rural areas, elephant translocation is being carried out as a last resort by the Department of Wildlife and National Parks Perhilitan since 1974. Conflict would normally occur when forests are cleared for development. This drives the elephants to the edges of the forests in the villages to search for food. As human population and development keep increasing, natural resources are diminishing. Therefore, the public is advised to be more tolerant of elephants, as experts say there should be a balance between human and the animal's needs. Thai young puppeteers impressed audience at the first puppet festival held in Maha Sarakam province last Friday. The festival brought Thai classical puppetry and 5 puppeteer troupes from Maha Sarakam, Tak, Trat, Nakhon Sawan and Chainat to perform captivating artistic genius acquired from over a century of puppet art tradition. Held at the Grand Pagoda ground, the festival was aimed at promoting the centuries-old art form and local tourism, especially among the youths who increasingly take part in the traditional Thai cultural performances. Nimit Pipikul, president of Puppeteer Association, who organized the event, said from his experience, Thai traditional puppet helped catalyzing learning skills among the young performers. Students improved their social, linguistic and technical skills from performing puppet shows, he said. Rung Surya Bunsri, a member of a youth group, said he had been a puppeteer for 8 years, during which he could interact with other people, improve his personality and help conserve this national cultural heritage. His co-performer, Tanat Shah Pusiha, said she loved singing, and puppetry allowed her to both sing and perform plays depicting wonderful stories that put smiles on people's faces.
เดี๋ยวน้องจะไปสะเดาะเคราะห์เขาขอใส่เอส3 วันนะจ๊ะไปเลย
คนชื่อนางจันทีวีกับนางจันทา